Well, good Wednesday morning to everybody. This is a wonderfully busy day as I get to spend it all day with pastors and people. We get to share the good news of Christ and encourage each other and lift each other up as the body is supposed to do. So I always look forward to Wednesday, and then we cap it off with our prayer meeting tonight. Our time of intercession, our time of seeing miracles happen. So looking forward to that. I always love the manifest presence of our God. So reading through Ezra, finishing off Ezra today, chapters 4, 5, and 6. And reading through Ezra is like reading board minutes, committee minutes of some sort. And we get to see into the administration of some things. But the people were being discouraged. Their enemies were trying to discourage them in all kinds of different ways. And blocks are going up, and it looks certain like they had been blocked and they wouldn't be able to get to build the temple. It's these highs and lows of life. It's going to happen. It happens. And it wasn't until the prophets started prophesying into them and started speaking to them that the people picked up and started building again, even though that they had been told not to. They were told to do it by one king and then told not to do it by another king, and the Lord spoke into their lives, and they continued doing it, even though really it was disobedience. But they were going with the first order that had been given. And their enemy is then to provoke the right to yet another king, Darius. This is a long line of kings that are going on here. And this is the part, this is the takeaway in this thing. When it looks impossible and you know it's God's will, you do it anyway because He's going to make it possible. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter what it looks like to us. It doesn't matter the mountains that look like in its place. And when we're told by the Lord to move forward and we see this mountain in front of us, by the time we reach the mountain, it's going to be gone. He's either going to tell us to speak to it so it leaps, or He's going to remove it, but it's going to be taken care of. We have no right to quit or sit down because of what it looks like in the flesh. None whatsoever. So here's the situation where they're now, they're obeying the first decree, they're disobeying the second decree. God has spoken to them and said, build. Their enemies are trying to provoke them, but because of what the prophets have done in provoking the people to build, what happens is it brings out this issue that wasn't being taken care of. It forces people's hands. They're not running away from the situation, they're running to it head on. We have this thing that we tend to do where we run away from our problems, where we ignore our problems, where we hope that they go away. And here's an example of what happens when we obey the Lord. We face these things face on, and all things become good. And in fact, in this situation, the Lord turned it around so that their enemies actually financed the whole thing. Their enemies were there to ensure that it got done. It was taken. So the very ones who are trying to stop them are the ones who provided the means for it to be completed. So what looks like impossible, this thing that's in their way, that thing actually ended up being what helped them complete the job that they had to do. And that's what He does. So just be encouraged in this. Just listen to the Lord's voice and do what He says, regardless of what it looks like in the flesh, regardless of what it looks like to you. When the Lord is telling you to do something, do it, and He will make it possible, because He is Him. And that's what He does. He works the impossible into possibility. It's even so that your enemies become your allies. It's amazing stuff. So be encouraged today. Be blessed today. Be encouraged today. Pursue what He tells you to do. Trust Him. He's fantastic. Love you guys. See you tonight. God bless.